good. Real
That's
good.
good. That's good. Is this your first time in Delaware?
It is, yeah. I haven't had any other reason to come here.
Yeah, not too many people do.
I've had a little taste of Delaware though before, because I've had the Dogfish Head beer before.
Oh, nice.
So I've had Delaware water, you know, with some probably of the hopped ingredients to it.
Nice. Well, how are you enjoying your time in Delaware so far?
It's been awesome because we got to see a nice light show last night. You know, with the storm.
Right.
It was awesome because we came in at night, so I didn't really see that much except the lightning and like backlighting and making silhouettes of the trees and the bridges and everything around. So it was pretty ominous. And
Yeah, we have some pretty nice thunderstorms around here.
We don't get that at home. So
How long are you in? Are you going to be here for the rest of the festival or just today?
just today, yeah, I have some engagements back home. Otherwise, I would stay and hang out. But yeah, going back. She came in Monday.
Nice. Are you going to be able to see any other bands today?
I want to. I saw a little bit of the OK Go right now, and yeah, I'm gonna try. I didn't get to see the Wallflowers because they were playing at the same time as me, but I'd like to see Jack White, see these. You know. I think maybe, yeah. See what else.
All right, well, nice. So I heard you say during your set that you were actually recording some songs right now. You said you were doing some recordings.
Yeah.
Are you planning on releasing anything soon?
Well, I'd like to. I think that, you know, probably in fall I'll probably release an EP and then a record in the beginning of the year. I've done all the recordings. I think they're just kind of organizing it and getting everything together. And I was just in Scotland recording a record then.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, will you tell us a little bit about what the writing process is like for you? Like, what inspires you?
The writing process. Well, yeah, I think it's mostly writing a song. It really comes down to there's a lot of different things that go into it, you know. But I think mostly just kind of staying, you know, keeping things around you that are thought-provoking. You know, I think as humans, we're just filters for stuff. So in order to get stuff out of it, you got to put things into it. And, you know, stuff that really hits me, you know, the stuff I kind of get obsessed with. And so then you can't help but, you know, to be inspired by it and write a song, or, you know, whether it's an author or something, or like right now I'm reading some Guy de Maupassant, and I don't even know that much about him. A friend turned me on to him, and I know that he's that's the kind of thing where you get turned on to something, you know, maybe just a little bit about it, and you want to learn more. So that's the case example, because I'm right in the middle of exploring that, you know, hearing the stories, and now they're hitting me, and then now it's time to move forward with that, and ultimately getting down to the root of like the inspiration of it all. And I think in the process of finding the root of it, you know, that's when things start to come out. Whether it's writing a short story yourself, or turning that into a song, or just keeping that, you know, it's the kind of thing where you can't sleep at night because you're so excited to wake up in the morning and like finish that thing, or even if you do get to sleep, or whatever. So I think you have, you know, that's the kind of mentality that always, whenever I'm being creative, that's kind of how I feel. So I guess maybe that's the best way that I can explain it. And then when it happens, you know, I just make sure that I'm able to record it. And then when I record it, then I just make sure that I remember where it's at, because then I'll have to relearn it again at some point. Because that's what happens, like I'll do something, you know, and then you just, you know, you don't even really know what you did, as long as you captured it. And then you go back maybe 6 months later and you go, okay, well, you like learn your own song, like something just came through you and you couldn't help it. And so that's the writing process, you know. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Are you the kind
Is
of
that too like abstract?
No, not at all.
Is that thing?
You said that you said something about like recording. Are you the kind that kind of just a riff will pop into your head and you'll just put on a recorder right away and play it, or do you write things down?
Most of the time, well, it's both of those, But whenever something happens, like that, where there's like a riff, I feel funny saying a riff, but like a hot lick, some sort of, that kind of thing. When it comes to you, then, or like a line comes to you or something, like every day driving around or something, like something comes to you at some inopportune time where you gotta like take your hands off the steering wheel and risk your life to write down, or you're sitting in some place and you write it down. Those things, they happen. So when they do happen, I always kind of, give it time when I have the time, and make sure, okay, if I'm driving or you're doing these kind of things, you wait it out, you let it kind of develop in your brain, and then you get home and it's even bigger than it was, it's just kind of this little fungus that's growing or something, and then you leave it alone in the forest, and then you come back, and then now it's turned into this little culture, and then you take that, and so, yeah, you do that, and then what else comes of it? Then I really try to just follow it through, and if it's like, sometimes you follow something through and it sucks, and then sometimes you follow something through and, you really like it, so never know where you're gonna get. But yeah, it always. I just think you gotta follow that. Any idea like that, just follow it through. And in opposition to that too, like I said, sometimes letting it be and go, letting it just stay in the mind for a little bit, then it kind of develops further than what you think. So I don't know. These are like, who knows? It depends on what's happening. If you're drinking beer, then you're gonna be a little more. If you're drinking coffee, you're gonna be a little more focused on it. And if whatever, all the times, who knows?
Do you have like an ideal writing environment? Like, do you have like an office when you get home with like lighting and your instruments, or is it just all the time kind of spur of the moment while you're driving, while you're out?
No, I got like a room that I go to, but I don't know, my whole house, no, it could go anywhere. It's kind of nice to be anywhere, but I have, I don't know, just as long as you got something to capture it.
Okay, yeah.
Because most of the time, when that's happening, you kind of look around wherever you're at. And certain times, some room can get kind of repetitive or something. You look at the same room over and over again, and it's nice if it's filled with things that are inspiring. There's something about being different places. Trigger your brain, take the third letter, twist it around, come up with a new word, and then, all of a sudden you're kind of turning things into something that, kind of tells a story and feeling, I guess, that's the goal. I don't know what, there's a certain place, but yeah, anywhere, any place is the place.
Okay.
Probably not right now though.
Not right now.
Because this is now we're doing something different. So right now it might be in like an inopportune time.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, at a festival, you're supposed to be enjoying the festival.
Yeah, no, like literally right now.
Oh, literally right now, okay.
Because then we'd have to like, but it might be good though, because you got a camera, we can start. I don't have a guitar. We'd have to start with like if I don't have a guitar, pen and paper is fine. I don't have one of those either. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's why we'll figure it out. That's why it's not an opportunity.
I got you. Well, you have all those harmonicas. You could always...
I don't. I have this thing I could probably do like a... I can't do that, like grass.
Oh, I could never do that. I can't even whistle, so...
No, you can't whistle?
No, I can't whistle. It's a tragedy, I know.
Yeah, I could whistle.
I heard you whistling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, it's like Otis or something. He whistles in his song.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it, it's kind of cool because it's not the greatest whistling, but it makes you sound like that's how the guy on the end of the dock is whistling. It's not like a pro whistler. He's sitting out there whistling away.
Yeah. Carefree whistling.
Yeah,
That's what it's supposed to be.
I like that. I was gonna try to blow on the top of this like a bottle, but it's just so loud. I'm just failing left and right.
Well, it's all good. Well, is there any like new music that you've been listening to lately that you just can't get enough of or anything?
New music.
Or like what artists or bands are you into right now?
Oh man, let's see. I like. I've been listening to.
Or if you've been reading some books or if there's some new movies, just anything. What are you into right now?
Well, I saw that new Woody Allen movie.
Oh,
Was it To Rome with Love?
yeah, how was it?
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like Woody Allen. You know, he's good. He's yeah. You know, that's a good flick as far as you know things, contemporary things. Let's see. As far as other music, right now I've been listening to like old Fleetwood Mac stuff with Peter Green. It's like '67. They put out a record called Pious Bird of Good Omen, and it's all a bunch of blues-based stuff. So I've been, listening to that. That's new to me, that record. So what else? Yeah, those are two things, I guess.
Okay, yeah, it's cool.
Who knows what's gonna come next?
Who knows? All right, well, okay, so this is Delaware's first kind of huge music festival.
Yeah.
Do you like festivals or do you prefer like smaller club shows? Do you have a preference at all?
Well, I don't have a preference. I think that it's, as long as it's, any people are enjoying themselves, then that's where the music should be.
Nice.
So that's kind of how I feel.
Well, that's a good philosophy right there. I like it. All right. Well, as you said, you just recorded an album in Scotland.
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to record some more stuff here.
No, I'm done.
You're
Well,
done.
yes, no, I'll record, but
Okay.
I don't know what'll come of it because I'm always recording. So yeah, the process will continue.
Okay. Well, do you have anything solid for your fans to look forward to coming out soon or anything? Like any more tour dates or?
Right now, there's nothing set in stone. I wish that I could say that there was something like that that's set in stone, but I mean, I have recorded and written a lot of songs, and so, when I find my pen back in the room, I'm gonna write. I have one idea for one right now, so I'll go back and I'll write that one. They can look forward to that one. It's gonna be the freshest that I've written. Fresh out of the oven, that kind of thing. So that's all. I don't have any specific dates. Maybe fall and then January.
Okay. Nice.
Autumn and New Year.
Very nice. Okay. Well, trying to think if there's anything else.
Did you paint your nails to look like the Firefly Festival?
I didn't, but
'Cause
that
they
is a
match.
coincidence. Yeah, it's a
They match
coincidence, right?
perfectly well. They're
Yeah,
like kind of like little firefly butts.
I like that. Now, next time someone asks, I'll say yes. That was on purpose.
You should bring it up to them and say, hey,
Emotion.
yeah, just be like, hey, do you notice that my fingernails all look like mini fireflies? They glow in the dark and then I wave them around at night. It's really cool. I tried to put them in a jar, but I gotta keep my fingers on my hands.
Yeah, I need those.
Yeah.
I need these to live. Well, actually, you know what? I saw that you had a plethora, well, maybe not a plethora, but a few harmonicas up on stage.
Oh yeah.
When did you first get into the harmonica?
I got into the harmonica when I heard Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder review. I wasn't alive then, but I got a recording of it from a friend. And it was Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder review from 1975, I think it is. And he's painted his face, and he's sitting there on the chair, and he does a a bunch of songs with the just him and his guitar and harmonica. And I know he'd done that for a decade before that, but or more even. But that's the one that I heard first, and I got into it. I think he did Tangled Up in Blue, and It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, and he did Isis. Those three I remember, and two of them were, the blue ones were acoustic, and then Isis was the band, but he played the harmonica on all those, and I remember thinking, I want to get one of those. So then I got one, and then if you get one, then you got to get a lot more of them. So then I did. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily I had a guitar that was kind of just, I could play along to the guitar, so that kind of made it easier to learn how to play it. So that's the story with the harp. And then
Okay, well, nice. Do you have like a defining moment when you first realized like I want to pursue this as a career? Or was there like an album you bought where you just realized this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Oh man, no, I don't think so. I think I'm still in the process every day of realizing that I'm still alive. So it's, you kind of think like, well, just kind of go about your thing and do it. I'm lucky to have found music because it's given hope, and meaning and purpose to me, and from that I've met a lot of people from it. And so I think that that's all that you can really ask from it, and that's why I do it. So I think everything else from it is more a side effect.
Okay, yeah. Nice. All right, well, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the Pop Culture Madness audience? Or is there a good way to keep up with you on like Twitter or Facebook or anything?
Well, no, I mean, we'll just catch each other around the bend kind of thing. So,
All right.
until then.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Yep.